It's June 18th. This is Dave Schroeder. So, there's more coincidences that have been going on with me lately. I mean, less than a month ago, I come out and say that the Shelby County needs to be investigated, and there's problems here. And 3 weeks later, I'm in a car accident. So, the new saga is the visitor that came was none other than the person who lived beside me and beside my sister. And it was weird because they showed up within an hour after me sending the new title to the last video I just made, saying that Shelby County needs to be investigated by more than Shelby County authorities. And it was less than an hour. And this person showed back up, and they haven't showed up since they moved. So it's kind of interesting. And a car shows up out of nowhere. Seems like a lifesaver, but then I show up unexpectedly just so I could look at it. And in the same area of this car is a fleet of Shelby County Sheriff vehicles. And so I figured that because the person that I'm talking about and it's interesting because in the last video I said I have video of the chief of police of Harlan talking about the shit, and then the woman policeman videos from my Ring camera of her asking me where my cameras are, trying to associate me with this person. And then I have that person showing up at my house wanting me to call them. And what it was is that they wanted to establish some sort of connection so they could get another fucking protection order out on me, because that is their thing. You know, that's what happened in Algona, Washington. I've already gone through this once, you know, but on all of that stuff for that protection order, every single video listed had nothing to do with the petitioners, but only and solely dealt with Doug Masico, a.k.a. Doug Mesner, a.k.a. Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple, you know. And so unless there was a connection, as I had said, how would that even be possible? And, you know, it's their thing. But they showed up. They were here at least, I don't know when they showed up, but where they were, I saw them, and then 20 minutes later, they were still there. And then, I don't know. I stopped looking, so I don't know when they left. But I figured that I'm supposed to see that, because I think the game that's being played right now is, oh, woe is me. They're all around me. There's nothing I can do. Oh, what do I do? Because that shit happened. They did this same kind of shit to this dude the Christmas Eve before I moved into Erlin. I moved into January. And on Christmas Eve, he put a shotgun in his mouth and blew the back of his head all over the wall. But before he said that, he was telling everybody that they wouldn't leave him alone. That, you know, he was never going to get away, and, oh, woe is me, and he ended up killing himself. So I figure that's the game. Let me explain something to you dumbass motherfuckers that you can't seem to get through your heads. You will never get me to kill myself because I am in it for the long haul. Because I believe that you reap what you sow. And you can only get what you give. And so everything that you put me through gets to be returned to you on the other side. The minute you take your last breath, and it is coming. You know, El Nino, the ocean's temperatures are hotter than ever before in recorded history. And El Nino is going to raise the temperature of the planet because it works with the ocean. And I know that your dumbass Iowa mentality can't figure it out, but the earth is more water than land. And so if the oceans go up 35 degrees, the land will significantly follow. And what little water we have left, because it's all drying up, is going to dry up even faster. So you may bring me down with your shit, with your toys, because the stress level that this all is, I have PTSD. Of course I have stress. And so that alone could make me drop over. But your fucking weapon that's on top of me, and now I'm stuck at home, because the shit is only in my house. When I go to Omaha, especially with other people, it's nowhere. There's nothing. But the minute I walk back into my house, it's there. And you dumbasses think that you're just all that. It's all great. And you are probably going to get me to drop over. Most likely. But I can assure you that none of you are long behind me. None of you. And for people like Mesner, not really for Mesner, but the people who are behind all of this stuff, I suggest one of you buy Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile temple and you guys all run back into that, or that pedophile island that Jeffrey Epstein had, and you all run back into that temple and start doing whatever it is that you're doing and praying to whatever God you think is going to save you. Go ahead, but it's here. I'm not going to end up killing myself. I'm not overwhelmed by stress. I'm in it for the long haul, so bring it on. Bring it the fuck on. Because all this shit is about to end. And what you've done to me, my whole fucking life, gets returned to you on the other side, And I don't need to argue about it. Your ignorance makes no fucking difference. What you believe, what you accept, what you want, You guys, as a kid, all thought you were gods. You all thought that you were gods. And that mantra of order out of chaos. And what I see right now is that God and heaven is fulfilling its promises to me. Because you're gods. And there's all of you. So get in your temple and fix everything. Stop El Nino. Stop the sun. Stop it all. Order out of chaos. So heaven is presenting you with chaos, and now you bring order to it. Bring order to it. But you better hurry, because the water is evaporating fast. And it's kind of going to suck when there's nothing to drink. So go ahead. Do what you need to do. But you are not going to get me to do anything stupid. The person that I'm talking about that showed up within an hour of me emailing Sheriff Gross. I don't have to do anything or say anything. I will say about that person that they looked very nervous and nowhere near as confident as they used to be. I don't think they themselves chose to do what they did yesterday. I don't know. I'm just going by looking out my window and seeing them. But the thing about it is that, yes, you guys are all around me. And right now you're in control. You're in control. But that day is quickly coming to an end. And so do whatever the fuck you want. You better hope I'm crazy. Because if I'm not crazy, you go into the darkness. And in the very beginning of this, when it was occult for me and not connected with God, I offered my body and soul. You go into the darkness. But if I die before you, trust me, I'll be preparing the way and making last minute tweaks to your accommodations. Because I'm not crazy and I'm not lying. On this side, I'm just a nobody. But you better fucking hope that that's true on the other side and that I'm wrong, which I'm not. You better hope I'm lying. I'm not. Better hope I'm crazy. Maybe. Don't fill your heart with love. Keep doing what you're doing. See what happens. You'll see. So, and you better do it fast, because El Nino is supposed to start working its magic in the next few months. And so 35 degrees global temperature rise is going to have quite the effect on everything, on everything. So you better move fast. But I know you're around. I know you get into my house. That wasn't an accident with the person coming around the house. I don't think the car was an accident. I know goddamn well that gas station wasn't an accident, because there's no possible plausible explanation for it other than a goddamn bomb, But I'm not. God has everything in hand, and I know that you're all fucked, And so I don't have to do shit. I just have to get through this. And as bad as you make it for me, my worst day on this side, I assure you will be a daydream to you on the other. You're fucked. And I can't say it enough. Other than I'll be seeing you.